Hey guys, Jessica here. So today we're going to talk about these little teeny tiny caps that come available for your Eufy S1, S1 Pro, or E10. So these are just little thin silicone caps. The pump itself does not come with them. So when you get the pump as it comes, there is a pour spout up here at the top. This is what allows you to actually pour your milk from the container without having to fully disassemble your pump. So what this is an option for moms who are having issues with splashing. For some people, for unknown reasons, we just get more splashing than others. It seems to have a lot to do with breast density, bra fit, how active they are when they're pumping. For most people, they just kind of adapt to pumping how they need to keep the milk from coming to the top. We also see a tendency for moms now to try and pump higher volumes and to not want to dump out their pump in the middle. But this does not make it leak free. This is just a little silicone plug. The big thing with this is that if you're around on my channel, if you're in my group, we talk about that the only pumps that are truly leak free are constant suction pumps, which is going to be essentially your Willow 360 with bags. Everything else has the potential to leak because there has to be some place for an air exchange. Otherwise, as air came in from the breast side of the pump, when the motor pulls, we would see that your container would basically bust apart because it's going to fill with air. So what we need is a way for the air to get out because it would act like a balloon. Eventually it will burst. And we don't want that to be filled up with air. We want that to be filled up with milk. So what this does is it allows you to get a non-airtight seal. So there's still air that's going to escape here. So what that means is that if you are to bend over, you could still get milk coming over. If you're to have full containers and to be super active and kind of jiggling around because you're trying to chase kids, you could still get small amounts of milk. But if you dump from an open spout, milk is going to flow quite rapidly, and the amount of milk that can be splashed out with an open cap is really high. Whereas if you're using one of these little plugs, that's not going to be an issue. I actually find these to work really well. I'm not seeing any issues with it changing suction. I've put it on the suction gauge. It is not an airtight seal and it's not putting so much strain on the system that we're noticing any difference with the suction, which is good. That is typically what we're going to see as more and more companies come out with these designs as they're kind of seeing that consumer demand for it, is that this is an option. I do hope that in future generations of this pump that they include this piece, and I wish it was attached. It would be really nice if the flange automatically came with like a flap that folded over to meet that need, because if we have the ability to pump with this and it's not affecting suction, we really don't need that open pour spout for any reason that I can think of. And if a company knows why we would need that pour spout to be open, if we can also pump with it closed, I would love to hear that. But to date, I don't have a reason that we would need that. So I'm hoping in future generations we get a little bit different design there because I do think this is really helpful. Again, it's not going to make it leak proof. It doesn't mean that you can do handstands and lay down in your sleep with it. We're still going to get milk that comes out, particularly if from the side. That is seems to be where it has the most gap. You can actually pick yours up and look underneath of it to see that the biggest gaps are going to be on the side. It's pretty airtight from front to back, but the gaps are to the side. So if you were to lay down, that's just going to trickle out. So not leak free, but it does slow the rate of leaks. The biggest challenge is going to be these are really easy to lose. So create a pumping habit if you're using these caps and have one place that these go. I really like sticking them in the little colostrum containers that I have from Medela that have a little screw top. I have ones that are like 1 ounce that I put little pieces to pumps like this in because if I throw this in a pump bag or a pump case, I know myself, I know it'll be gone really quickly. I lose stuff all the time. So I would also have multiples of these on hand. For the price that they are, they do a really good job. And you shouldn't need more than the 4 pack that it comes with unless you are losing them continually. And then we just need to come up with a system for you to help keep track of it. But overall, I think this is a good thing. I'm hoping in future generations, we're going to see it be kind of an integrated design. I would especially love if they integrated it into this clear silicone because then other pumps might be able to use it too. But hopefully that helps you. Hopefully that answers your questions about it. If you have any questions about it, please don't hesitate to ask. I am always happy to answer any questions about it. But hopefully that helps somebody and happy pumping.